Only 1% of high school athletes go on to play Division I college basketball. Only 1.2% of those athletes go on to play in the NBA. As the #1 ranked boys basketball program in the state of Georgia, Grayson High School continues to produce elite level athletes that fall in that 1%. Now, Grayson's current crop of highly recruited underclassmen are leaning into the advice of those who played and coached the game at the highest level, with their sights set on their second state championship.
Yeah, I want to ask you, Chris, too, because I've been to a lot of y'all games. I love your game. And you always the smallest player on the court. Like, what does your mindset have to be? And, like, how do you prep yourself for that? Because I'm pretty sure, like, if you got to guard KJ and y'all on opposite teams, he probably feel like he going to cook you every time, you know? So what's your thought process behind that?
I've been, like, used to it my whole life. I started playing, like, 4th grade, and I always played 2 years up. So, like, I always been the littlest person on the floor. So really just being smarter than other players and just trying to get like around them and trying to stop them some way.
Who do you watch? Let me ask you that.
I watch a lot of Trae Young.
Okay.
Yeah.
You ever thought about the guard, what's his name, Cheese, the one that went to the Warriors? He in the G League. He just had like 38 and 15.
Was it Trizzo?
He went to Kansas State?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about him.
Bruh.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's
coaches,
important that he's small too, man, but he impacts the game in a crazy way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like at your height, to be able to manipulate a game like that, just a thought. You know what I'm saying? Somebody you could watch. You know what I mean? At that side, could Trae 6'3", and I ain't saying nothing wrong with watching Trae, but somebody that's actually your height, like that's doing it and doing it big. You know, some of those guys, like for sure.
Were you familiar with him?
Yeah, one of my assistant coaches texts me about him all the time.
Yeah, but so, you just don't be listening?
No, I'll be listening. He just said somebody I watch a lot.
I got you. So most of y'all about to go to school, right? Except Caleb. What's the biggest fear, or is there some nervousness? You about to go play on a whole another level, whole nother team? Like, what's your fears coming up for going to college?
I don't really have a fear yet. I really got to see it, because when you're getting recruited and all that, you know, they make everything look like sunshine and rainbows. Like, I already know that now.
Yeah.
Like, when I go on a visit or something like that, I know it's not going to be this type of practice every day where it's chill and they shoot free throws and they going through walkthroughs and stuff like that, and, you know, eating five-star meals and stuff like that. So I think I really just got to see it, and I don't think I'll have a fear, but I'll have like a struggle that I got to go through, and I feel like that's going to be like the hardest part.
What about the speed of the game? And I know y'all can probably talk about it too, but it's a different level. Are you like, all right, have you ever questioned yourself?
I'm never worried about the speed of the game as long as like my mind is in it. As long as your mind is quicker than your body, I feel like in basketball, I feel like you're able to catch up that much quicker with the game, like with your body athleticism and all that. I mean, I watch a lot of Luka Doncic just because of his pace.
Yeah. In my men's league, they call me Baby Luka. In my men's league.
Nah, gang, you ain't never been there.
Bro, man, you gonna do me like that, bro?
Nah, come on. If you can't shoot a step back, if you can't shoot a step back from 35 feet, bro, you not Luka, bro.
Let me ask you a question. I think part of your preparation too is for you to be ready day one when you get to campus, right? How much time have you spent on the phone with the coaches that recruit you, number one? And number two, have you asked them for things that you need to be ready day one?
That was good.
Yeah, I talk to one of the assistant coaches almost every day. I mean, he's like a family friend almost, and I'll say this, shout out to my mom. She helps me with like just getting questions together, like, cause I sometimes don't know what I'm doing or how to prepare. So, you know, you always got to ask. And she's always giving me input on what to ask. And I feel like, oh, I never thought of it like that. And so I feel like me asking those type of questions, I'm already like ahead of most upcoming freshmen that are coming into college already.
So, because I know one thing that we preach to our guys about right now is staying ready, right? And our stay ready process is to make sure that our guys understand that you are one of the 3 or 4 guys that are coming in. They already got somebody in front of you. Your day one has to start as soon as your high school season is over with. Like, I know everybody want to take a break and all that, but your break that 3 or 4 days you're taking off, that guy is coming in or that guy's there. Remember, he's already got a head start. You know what I'm saying? And you don't know what your teammate coming in at the position is doing. So I would challenge you guys to make sure, stay in your coach's ear, ask questions, get in that film room and start understanding what the position looks like. You might be transitioning positions. You might come be playing more of the 3-4-ish or something like that. You need to be thinking about what that looks like for you so you can be ready day one. But my biggest advice to you guys is be in the best shape of your life when you get to school. Because if you don't, you're going to spend a month trying to get in shape. Then you're going to spend another month trying to catch up with the stuff they already ahead of you in. So just try to make sure you guys are in shape. And be honest with yourself when you go through this process too as well. So you already been recruited, you already signed, sealed, delivered, but there's a whole nother step. Because like you said, when you get there, it's not going to be nice. They got a whole different game plan when they get there, you know.
And if I may, like, perspective, that's great points. For me coming up, you know, I know you talked about what's a fear or not a fear, right? But something for you all to think about is family, is friends, your circle, your peers, like people that are around you that's in your space. For me, that was something that could make or break, you know, my journey moving forward, which is something that we typically don't think about because somebody that says they love you, they're supposed to care about you. But again, y'all are in a unique position because you have access to revenue before you even touch a college campus, most of y'all. If you know, one, I don't know everybody's situation, but you still got people that are on your line that are moving different. And I know for me, whether that was family or whether that was friends, those same people will still try to gain access and take advantage of the situation. So you have to be mindful. And that doesn't even account for dealing with these young ladies. We not foolish. We're gonna keep it a bean. You smirking already. so I'm just being honest, bro. Like, because y'all gotta understand, man, the sharks that are in these waters. Some we will talk while this film is rolling, but some y'all gonna need to hear straight up. You know what I'm saying? You might need some addresses put on some of this information, so you know, because he can speak to it. He got a ton of stories. He can speak to it. Mm-hmm. I know I can speak to it. Like, y'all got to understand what's really coming. And it might not look like that. Everybody ain't got a mama like that. You feel me? Like, everybody ain't blessed with that. Like, whatever your situations is. Some people, they got mamas who been, I'm waiting for you to get paid. You got a daddy that's waiting for you to get paid. You got that homeboy that's waiting for you to, man, I was there with you. What you gonna do? Or your old lady. You don't know who done got in her ear. That's what y'all up against. It's different out here, bro. Don't let these stories fool y'all, for real. Like, pay attention. Like, I know people be joking about folks and all of that, but some of the same people that's joking been the same people that been in them situations. Straight up.
All right, Amir, you're a local kid, Georgia kid, staying home, going to Kennesaw State. And I'm going to keep it real with you because I be on blogs, people saying you may be undersized, you may not athletic going to this next level. Is that a fear for you? Like, how do you handle that? Have you heard those things first?
Yeah, I hear like I'm unathletic like most of the time. So I feel like really me, with my IQ, I feel like that makes up for my lack of athleticism. I feel like I have a very high IQ for somebody that plays my position. I feel like I think like a guard from the block. So yeah, I sometimes go up to Caleb, tell him what I see, he tell me what we see, like, and we come together and say we'll execute on the next play. And we just know like how each other plays. That's really how the whole team is. So I feel like my IQ really like makes up for that.
Got you. But does it bother you? Because I know he was saying earlier how you said nothing's bothering you. As a kid, stuff bother you a little bit now.
Nah, not
but y'all, I don't know, y'all so cool these days. I don't know.
Yeah, hearing somebody say, "Oh, you're unathletic." Yeah. I'm like, all right, cool.
Now I love that about your game too, because one of my little nephew, D3 from Edgewater, he's going to Kennesaw State too. Yeah. And I was talking to Petway a lot. I love Coach Petway, by the way, and he really wanted you bad. You know what I mean, before you came. And that's a lot. That's what he's told me a lot about you is your IQ. How did you develop that?
Really, I say I get it from my brother. Him being a guard when he played, I used to be in the gym with him almost every day when I was younger. So just seeing and talking to him every day, like, really got me better and got my IQ better.
I have a question for Dion and Josh. Like, you know, growing up, y'all were young, getting like a lot of money, like y'all's rookie year. Like, how did y'all like process that, all that coming in? Just how did y'all process that, and then keeping basketball the main thing? Like, how was that at such a young age?
Well, I guess I'll go first. Your bag was a little bigger. Because I went undrafted, so, you know, for me, I had responsibilities out the gate because I left school and I was a pro at 19. So I was take care of mom, that, you know, the basic stuff, and just try to save money and do whatever. But I never got caught up into jewelry. That's not my thing. Tattoos is my thing. Sneakers is my thing, but I had a contract for 17 years. Yeah. So I wasn't the most flashiest person. Like, I'm from the South Side, but like when I tell you that's me all day, like I never changed out of that, and I am grateful for that too. But I'm also grateful too because when you have people like Dion, when you have people like Coach that will talk to you, I'm also the type of person that'll listen. Because I don't have all the answers, and then some of my OGs, bro, Jermaine O'Neal, like stuff that I saw at that age, I can't do nothing with that. That money y'all playing with and throwing out there, doing all that, I can't do nothing with that. So I ain't even gonna try. And I seen people get caught up into that, bro. But I think that people, your peers, will respect you more when you are who you are, and you don't get caught up into that because they know the minute you start doing stuff that's out of character, they peep that instantly. You know what I'm saying? So you stay true to yourself, then you all good. But, you know, again, like when you got vets like that coming to you like, hey, young fella, let me talk to you, that's important. Like, listen, I'm not saying you got to do everything somebody say, but from a respect standpoint, like it's a lot that you can learn. Like even for me in this conversation, y'all are older than my son, but it's giving me some insight because as a parent, I don't have all the answers. I don't want to have all the answers, you know what I'm saying? I want to keep learning, so it's helping me manage how I need to, you know, be a father, you know what I'm saying, in my situation. So I'm getting something out of this as well.
I just had good vets, and, you know, we don't talk about it enough, but my dad was like the most solid person in my corner. He the one held me accountable, you know. I wanted to get a $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 chain, like, nah, we're not doing that. So he kept me humble, kept me away from the jewelry and all that. Like today I walk around with a Walmart watch on my wrist. Like, it tell the same time that one of them Rolex tell. So that's how my dad always kept me in my mindset. So I would, like Josh, just a country boy, just stay humble, and I always wanted to be the low-key guy in the room. I learned this, man. It's crazy. I went to a club once. All my boys, they out front, girls dissing them. By the time we left, I had all the women. I'm like, it's something to being the quietest guy in the room, I guess. And I always kept myself like that, man. So
bow-legged with a $30,000 chain on is crazy work.
Once again, Michael Jordan made us relevant. Dark-skinned guy.